Hey, hello everybody. How you doing? I just want to start this series to talk about some vital things we might need for our journey going forward. Well, I mean, for everybody, it doesn't matter where you are at the moment or what your journey is, where you're trying to move to. Like, what are your next steps going forward? What are the things you want to try to achieve moving forward? What are your goals? What are the objectives? You know, we all have different drives that move us. We all have different goals we are trying to achieve. So what is the best strategy to achieve your goals? What are the best steps to take to achieve your goals? For instance, I have a background in accounting, a background in mechanical engineering, a background in law, a background in the space industry. All of these are as a result of my family, as a result of my schooling, as a result of the people around me. And one way or the other, they formed, like my path towards some of the things I do, towards some of the people I know, towards some of the connections I have, towards some of the friends I have, and definitely towards some of the decisions I've made in my journey in life. So I believe for every single person, your next moves, your moves, well, let me not say for every single person, because your moves might not be based on your environment, but majority of us, our moves are based on the motivation that we get from our environment. So for some people, the motivation they get from their environment might be negative motivations that they are trying to change something. Everybody is either moving towards something or running away from something. So for some people, it might be that you are trying to move away from something. You are trying to change something about you. There's something about your environment. You're growing up that you didn't like, that you want to just change. But how do you make those moves? How do you take those steps? The power of what we do to take those steps, to make those moves, are so important. Like, we need to start looking at, okay, what do we have within ourselves? What do we have to take those steps? I've had the privilege of moving to different countries, and one of the things that has helped me to survive in all of this journey is what I've learned over time, the things I've been able to gather over time. I would say 90% of my connections are basically in the tech space environment, maybe law, but they formed the majority of the decisions I've made. So in terms of number one, you want to make a move. One thing that has to be so important towards the move you make has to be your connections that you have. You have to start from where you are to make your next move. Start from where you are to make your next move. Look at, okay, what are the connections I've had in my journey? Who are the people that are so close to me that, you can talk to, you can leverage on? What are the things you've learned over the years that they can be so important for you going forward? Those are some of the things that we have to leverage on to take our next move. And we cannot be afraid to take the next move. No. When we want to take the next move, it's more like you're climbing a ladder. You have to take a step. You have to take a step. You have to take a particular step to get to the next stage. And all the steps we take are not always so rosy, so to speak. It's not always gonna be the exact way you walk it out. It's not always gonna be like, okay, I have it all figured out. Things are gonna go wrong sometimes, which is fine. It's normal. It's part of life for things to go wrong sometimes. But when it goes wrong, you don't stop because it goes wrong. You keep moving. So I guess in this my first time of trying to take this work and say some words about some of the things I know and share as many things I can share about my experience, I believe for you to take your next move, start from what you have. What do you know? What do you do? What have you learned? I learned a lot of numbers. I was very good at doing mathematics in school. So I learned a lot of numbers. I learned how to communicate to the elders, how to respect people, how to talk to people, how to appreciate other people. A lot of all those things I've learned, and then I've tried to use them the best way that I could, towards every action and every decision I make, which are very, very important, because you're going to need all those things. You're going to need every single one of those things that you have learned to make the best decisions for you to move forward. Which of your friends have some of the resources that you need? Start talking to them. Which of your friends or colleagues are doing some things that you want to do? Start leveraging by communicating with them. You get what I'm saying? So we are going to start from where we are to move to where we want to go to take the next steps. So like I was saying, it all starts from, okay, what do I actually have within me? Do I know how to talk? Do I know how to communicate? Do I know how to cook? I've been cooking for God knows when, like a long time ago, and blessed memory to my dad. I used to cook for him from when I was in school, secondary school, some people's high school. I used to cook for him. And those were some of the things that are now becoming more like a pillar for me, more like a way for me to take care of my family, because now, as a family person, I've always cooked for my family. I'm so used to it. I want to take care of people, so it's something I can leverage on. Like, I can literally invite my friends over and say, okay, let's talk business while I cook a steak for you, for instance. You get? You can leverage on a lot of things that you know how to do. So you definitely have to start from what you know how to do to take the next steps. What you know how to do to take the next steps. I'm so grateful for a lot of things I've received. And a lot of them, I see that they are like offsets from one thing that I learned in the past, of one person that I met in the past, or from the previous level that I was to move to the next one. And they've been so good. It is number one, I say invest in people, because it is the people you have in your life that actually counts for you moving forward. It's the people. Some people want to screw people over. Some people want to just, for some people it's all about money, and they leave people out. So you're trying to take your next move. It's more like you look into your house. There was this parable of, not this parable, maybe a story of a woman that was about to die. But unfortunately for the woman, she had the opportunity of, talking to a prophet. She was about to die with her children. But the funny thing is, the prophet still told her that, okay, go ahead, go and prepare the last meal that you have. Prepare the last meal that you have. Give it to me. Take a step of faith. And then from there, I will bless you. That's crazy, right? That's very, very crazy. Some of the crazy things you see in this life. But what did she do? Okay, this is what I have. She knows, okay, this is part of the things I have that I can leverage on. I can leverage on this. I can use it to, survive. So what did she do? She went ahead and do it. Even though she knew that, okay, there's a high possibility that after doing this, me and my family, we can die, But she did it. She took a step of faith from what she had in the house. I listen to a lot of things, I read a lot of things, but to take the next step is actually to look at what you have within. Actually, every single thing you need to take the next step, not the next 3 steps, not the next 10 steps. Every single thing you need to take the next step in your journey, you already have. That's one of the things that is so profound about how God blesses us, how God structures our life, because He prepares us ahead of time, ahead of our next journeys in life. So I'm going to say to you, look at your resources. You're trying to buy a house, look at your credit score. You're trying to get a family, look at the resources that you have. Look at what you have already. What you have already goes a long way in getting you to the success that you want. So I'm definitely so sure that you already have majority of what you need to get to the next level. Look at the friends. Go over your contacts again. Look at the friends that you have on your contact. They can help you out. Look at the people that you can talk to. It might not be so smooth. You might have to take that extra leap of faith to talk to some people, but they might already be there to assist you, to help you. You might just have to come out of your comfort zone. It might be that, okay, you're going through challenges, but you can design or you can sing. You can start singing and it changes your life completely. You can start writing and it changes your life completely. You can start doing the things that are so unique about you, because we are all unique in a way. We are definitely all unique in a way. You know what? I was trying to do this. I've been trying to do this a long time ago, just make videos. But I always wanted to talk about the space industry and all and blah, 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 like that. Space tech, space exploration, space policy, space that. But then when I pray to record this video, you know what? I just wasn't feeling it. So I stopped it and then I tried again. And okay, I'm going to try again. I'm just going to do something different. I'm going to look at what I have. I'm going to talk about some of the things I have been through, and I have been through a lot. I know for myself that I've been through a lot, and some of the things I've been through, so many people can benefit from it. So one of the things I'm going to do is, during this journey, during this process, I'm going to be talking more about some of the things that I've been through. I'm going to be talking more about my experiences. I'm going to be talking more about the things I learn, the things I learn about tax, the things I learn about housing, the things I learn about moving from one country to another, the things I learn about connections, the things I learn in the space industry, the things I learned from school, the things I'm grateful for, the people in my life, all those kind of things. I'm going to be talking about that just to share with people, what I know. I don't know who it's going to help. I don't know who is going to benefit from it, but I will try and keep this as often as I can and just try and update this as often as I can. In that process, maybe I start exploring myself in a new way to communicate to people, to reach out to people. Taking another step, just like I'm asking you to take your own next step, right? I'm taking my own next step, talking to you today. Probably we get to create a family together and start getting to know more people and start getting to hear more stories of more people trying out new things and just, overcoming their challenges, their fears, whatever they are going through, just overcoming it. So I'm just going to be making random videos, just whatever comes to my mind, I'm going to share. I'm not going to keep back anything. I'm not going to hold back anything. If I learn anything about tax, I'm going to share with you. If I learn anything about insurance, I'm going to share with you. If I learn anything about business, I'm going to share with you. If I learn anything about the tech industry, I'm going to share with you. Whatsoever I learn, because I know I'm in the midst of a lot of information flying around, and so are you too. But I'm going to leave this video today just saying, go and try something new. Take your next step from what you have already, because what you need to go to your next stage, you already have within you. You know, what you need to start investing, you already have within you. It doesn't have to be a lot of big things. Just look at what you have to use to take your next step. You know, look at what you have, use it to take your next step. It might be $100 you have. It might be whatever your currency is, £1 you have, £2, £5. Start using what you have to take your next step. And sometimes it might not even be money. It might just be that you have a smile, or you have a sweet voice, or you know how to teach, or you know how to make other people, you know, feel loved. You like working with children. You like working with elderly people. You know, let's start using the resources that we have to go to our own next stage, next step. Take the next step with what resources that you have, you know. And then you start seeing that you get out of depression, because I know a lot of people are going through depression. A lot of people are sad. A lot of people are failing because they are not able to leverage on what they have, and then they feel bad about it, and before they know it, things are not working out, and it's just a spiral effect, and then it starts happening, and then you start getting depressed, and then getting down, and then, you know, it just goes into so many things, and then suicide. What if you just start from what you know how to do, what you like to do? You like being goofy, be goofy, you know. Whatever you like to do, just do it. Just start doing it. Let's just start doing what we like to do, and then let's just start making that difference. All right, my name is Abraham Akinwale, and I'm glad to have shared with you a few minutes of conversation. I look forward to talking to you very soon. Watch out for my next video, and subscribe to my channel. It's gonna be a different one. I'm finding it out myself. I'm exploring it myself. So just follow me on this journey if you can. Thank you. I'll see you soon on the next video.